393 horsepower with a 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 under the hood. That's right, we're talking about the ultimate driving machine here at the Chicago Auto Show. You know, we've had a great morning. I'm Mike Caudill. I'm your host, taking you guys through the day here, covering off on some of the hottest vehicles. You can't go to an auto show without covering off and talking about BMW. And if you guys watch any of the previous videos, they're great, but you see my energy level comes up a little bit, and that's because when you think of BMW as a brand, you think of the pinnacle of racing, the pinnacle of performance, and now we're talking about the pinnacle of technology as well. We're going to bring in Jay Hanson on the product side. He's one of the spokespersons for BMW. First off, thank you.
Pleasure, Mike.
We're not going to talk about the fact that you did win in the game of suits today. Yours looks fantastic. We're here at BMW, so you have to dress to impress. Although I do like mine, but I digress. So, you know, we're talking about BMW. The company is in just a great spot right now. Year after year, continuing to bring vehicles to market that are all based on the singular word of performance, right? But it's luxury, it's technology, and now we've got this beautiful SUV over our shoulder that's pushing out, you know, great horsepower, a great price. Let's just talk about the brand for a minute, and then we'll dive into this.
Absolutely. You know, we are in the fortunate position of being BMW. We are an aspirational brand. We've built our heritage on performance, but also just the quality of the engineering that goes into the product. So when you have really good engineering, really smart engineering teams behind it, you can do nothing else but produce a product that really feels good no matter where your emphasis lies. You know, the acceleration is great, the handling is great, the ride is great, the sensations of being in the interior and everything that you touch and feel is great, because we are BMW, and whatever we're building has to be a good BMW first, not just a good SAV, not just a good EV. It has to be a good BMW first.
So let's talk about that, right? When we talk about BMW, you know, obviously we think German, which is the brand, but you have created such a foundation here in the United States. Spartanburg, you know, is where a lot of different vehicles come out of. You have a DNA here. And as the company continues to evolve, now we're starting to talk more about electrification. And to my surprise, your best-selling M vehicle is actually an electrified version. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's the BMW i4 M50. We have one over here on the EV test track, so anybody who wants to come down and get some seat time behind the wheel of that car certainly can. But it goes back to the point that I was making earlier, that it's not just that we build a good EV. It has to be a good BMW first. And the one we have over there is the M50. So that one has got nearly 500 horsepower. It's all-wheel drive. It's 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds. The handling is amazing. The ride is amazing. But we have a wide range of i4 products available. So if you want to go from 0 to 60 in less than 4 seconds, you can do that with a fully electric vehicle. If you want over 300 plus miles of range, you can do that with the i4. So we have a large range of, you know, options for anybody depending on the situation or their priorities.
And I would say, Jay, you know, offering up a pragmatic approach to the overall business, right? Offering consumers choice. You've got electrified vehicles, and you've got vehicles like this one over my shoulder right here, which I want to talk about a little bit more, guys. This is the X3 M50, and what's interesting about it is that this is the original size, I believe, of the original X5, right?
Yeah, it's very close in dimensions to the original X5 that was introduced in 1999 and kind of created the sports activity vehicle class. You know, it was the first the first vehicle of its type from BMW. But this is the brand new 2025 X3. This one in particular is the M50. As you mentioned before, this is the high performance version of the X3. So yes, it has utility. Yes, it's got a big trunk. Yes, you can put all of your friends in the back seat. Very comfortable to ride in, but 393 horsepower from an electrified inline-six twin-power turbo engine, 8-speed sport automatic. So 0 to 60 in 4 and a bit seconds. But with all the, again, smart engineering that went into these new powertrains in the new X3, yes, significantly more performance, but also significantly better fuel economy. So it's more efficient at the same time, and it'll do almost 30 miles per gallon on the highway.
And the one thing he didn't mention, we're going to slide back. I kind of want you guys to peek inside as well. And the best part about it is actually the price. When you told me the price, I was like, You're so full of it. You're not telling me the truth, because there's no such thing as a BMW with an M packaging on it that starts for less than $70,000 or $80,000. Let's talk about the price, and then I want to take everybody inside.
Yeah, this one has an MSRP that, with destination and handling charges, starts at around $61,000. The one that we're looking at here is right around $65,000. And again, this is for the 6-cylinder, 393 horsepower M50 version. There is also the xDrive 30, which has a 4-cylinder engine with about 255 horsepower, more efficient, certainly not a slouch when it comes to acceleration, but that one starts at around, low 50s.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Dave, watch your step. I want everyone inside here and take a look. I'm going to bring my cameraman in here. There's a nice look on the inside. Talk about the dash. There's a different look on this dash. It almost looks like recycled products, but it's such a cool look.
Yeah, not only is the exterior of the new X3 entirely new, not only are the powertrains entirely new, but the interior is entirely new as well. So lots of great materials, great design on the inside, and it's all based around the centerpiece, which is the BMW curved display. So this is the first time the X3 has had that feature. It's powered by our latest operating system, which is called BMW Operating System 9, and it offers just seemingly limitless opportunities for connectivity, for customization. You can automate a lot of features in the vehicle to just fulfill your habits as a driver day in and day out. There is gaming available, so if you just want to sit back, you got some time to kill in the mall parking lot, there's actually gaming available through the screen that you can control with your cell phone. And also new advanced driver assistance systems to keep everybody alert and safe on the highway during long trips.
You said gaming, and when I looked inside a minute ago, the only thing I saw were paddle shifters, and that got me really excited. So that's a great transition. There's something that BMW does that not a lot of automakers do, and they offer up actual driving schools. And I want to talk about that for a minute because, my son at 17 years old, he's a kid that loves cars, but you have the BMW US Rider Academy. And, you have one that's in Greenville, and then I believe you also have one that's out west as well. I just want to talk a little bit about, how you take the performance DNA of these vehicles and you converge it with an experience at a track.
Yeah, we have BMW Performance Center East in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We also have BMW Performance Center West out in Thermal, California, near Palm Springs. We opened up the Performance Center East in 1999, so they're coming up on celebrating 25 years of doing this. And of course, when you have a vehicle with the potential of a BMW, if you can get the most out of it, it's going to be one of the most satisfying things that you'll ever experience. So we've got some really great instructors down there at both of those locations who can teach you everything from getting your teen behind the wheel and teaching them the good habits from the very get-go, some of classroom study, basic car control, so that when you put them out on the road in whatever car they happen to be driving, you have an extra layer of confidence that they've been trained by the best to be the best drivers that they can be when they're on the road with their friends, all the way up to 2-day M school. So if you have an M5 or anything else in your garage and you just want to see what you can do to try to get the most out of that car, they're the ones who can teach you how to do it. Extreme car control, wet skid pad, emergency evasive lane change, and just hot laps.
It's amazing, and I always call it the BMW US Rider Academy because I did it on the motorcycle side. I took out a 1250 GS. It was awesome. Jay Hanson, thank you so much for sharing with us more about this amazing vehicle and what's going on at BMW. Guys, I'm just going to peel around to the engine over here for a minute. I was talking about that 393 horsepower. What stands out the most is that M logo, right? M logo standing for motorsport. We think about BMWs not just as we see driving down the road, but we also think about them on the track as well. And as Jay was talking about a minute ago, having those performance centers where consumers can go out and really push their vehicle to the limit, that's something that sets BMW apart, right? We want our owners to take full advantage of their vehicles, understand what they can do from a performance standpoint, and that's what they're doing with BMW. Guys, we've got more to talk about here at the auto show. It's a lot of fun, and I'm going to go ahead and close this hood. Oh, it's aluminum. It's lightweight. That's right. It's all about performance here in BMW. Guys, we're going to be coming to you next from a different booth with more things happening here at the 2025 Chicago Auto Show.